Okay, don't mind the microphone. I don't know what is going on. It's hard to clip it on this sweater. I hope you can hear me and it's not rubbing on stuff. Well, first, today is a beautiful feast day. So be kind to yourself. Do the 3 bodily mortifications, but truly celebrate. I hope that all of you have gone to Mass because we're supposed to today. It's called a holy day of obligation, and today is one of them. And you can find your masses close to you. I think this is just in America. I'm not sure. masstimes.org. Type in your zip code, and you will find Catholic churches. You'll find Mass times for whichever day of the week you're looking for. You will find adoration and confession. So today, all of my mortifications were about prayer. But first, I gotta confess, the blueberry pie owned me last night. Owned me. Owned me. Even though I was not going to have it, I didn't tell my husband. I put this huge piece of pie. It was about that big. So it's a big piece of pie for someone, and it should be 2 pieces. And I put it in the oven, and I took out the ice cream to let it thaw. And before it was even thawed, I'm in there with a spoon, taking bites out of there, thinking, what am I doing? The blueberry pie is not even ready, and I'm already eating the ice cream. I was not going to have anything because if you recall, if you watched my video from yesterday, I was kind of saying that I could feel the bloated inflammation was the word that I was looking for. And guess what? That thing came out of there. It was hot and bubbly, and I put it on a plate. And then I put 2 huge scoops of ice cream on it, vanilla. And my husband goes, oh, that better have 2 spoons with it. I'm not eating that by myself. And so I said, well, I'm not supposed to have it. It was one of my mortifications today. And he was like, oh, well, you didn't tell me that. And so I ate it. I didn't kick and scream through it. I didn't have this total guilt about it, but I ate it and I enjoyed it. And now I look back and I'm like, oh no, I also forgot one other very important thing as we look at Our Lady's Feast Day. I forgot to pray the rosary yesterday. I kept kicking it down the curb, waiting till the right time. And then it wasn't the right time until I figured out the next day that oh my gosh, I didn't pray it. So how much was I really paying attention yesterday? Kind of after 5, I just checked out 2 days worth of different mortifications that I forgot to come and tell you about. So I've decided not to buy any wine. Once I was out of my bottles of wine, I'm not going to buy any more. I'm just going to drink other stuff in the house. Yeah, don't be silly. It's not like I'm going to cut out alcohol altogether. Ha ha ha. I'm going to drink something different because I've got a ton of weird stuff up in our liquor cabinet, like blood orange vodka, hot cinnamon vodka. I mean, I've got all these weird things. And so over the past couple of nights, I don't really like that stuff. So I've only had one. Last night was like 1 drink. So that's a mortification. I forgot those. So on a feast day, how do you celebrate? Honestly, do as much as you possibly can spiritually. So for me, it was Mass, and then it was adoration afterwards, and then the rosary. And I'm going to probably dive into St. Louis de Montfort's book and just listen to how he speaks about our Mother Mary because it's so perfect. It's beautiful. And that's an audible thing for me, so I could just press play. And honestly, this feast day, I may nap. I am not working out today. 1 more day. My hip feels a little bit better today, so I'm going to give it 1 more day. Back to the workout grind tomorrow, I promise. But I want you to enjoy today. Enjoy what God brings. If you listen to my podcast this morning, I mentioned that we've got to reach out to Mary. Why wouldn't we want her to bring us to Jesus? She's the fastest way to him. And I also said that let's pray for her immaculate heart that has all of these swords stuffed through it. This poor woman has been through so much suffering, and she deserves to be venerated like most Catholics venerate her. And if you have issues with Mary, then ask Jesus to change your heart so that you can love Mary like he loves Mary. Nobody's going to love Mary more than Jesus. I mean, God chose her. So let's contemplate Mary's role in our life. Let's contemplate whether we should be running to her more. I guarantee you we should be. And praying for the reparation of the sinners who are really indifferent against her or who actually hate her. She's so misunderstood in the Catholic Church. So let's just pray to console her heart and for us to be as open and public about our veneration and our love for Mary as we possibly can in this world. The Mother of God. So many dogmas in the Catholic Church, look them up, about Mary. And it all makes sense. It really does when you think about it. Okay, so all of my mortifications are going to be about prayer and reflection. And tomorrow's back to working out. And tonight I'm making lasagna, so I'll just try to have one piece. I kind of have this sugar thing going, and I didn't fast today either. It's actually something that we should pay attention to. So on Sundays, for example, or feast days, let's celebrate. It's not good for us to deny ourselves too much on those days. That's why if we actually followed the liturgical calendar and ate the way that the calendar said, feast days and martyrdom days and days of fasting, and none of us may have any weight issues. I'm serious. I haven't tried it. My spiritual director brought it up to me a couple of times, but maybe one year that'll be my thing. I don't know. I hope today you get closer to Mary and therefore closer to Jesus. I love you all. Find something more with God. Have a blessed and inspired day. I